to the man, his last dive in these Olympics. He needs 81.92 to break 700 points. Nobody's ever done that. That is the Mount Everest. He did it! He did it!
40 years after becoming a charter member of the Mission Viejo Nadadores dive team, the most decorated diver in Olympic history, Greg Louganis, warmed up for his final dives before a major renovation begins at the Marguerite Aquatics complex.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many memories from, I was one of the charter members of the Mission Viejo Nadadores dive team. I think we started up in 1977 with Jane Ward and Billy Day and myself and Dr. Sammy Lee. And then Ron O'Brien came out here in 78, and he became my full-time coach for the next 10 years. And so this is where I learned a lot of the dives that I used in, Olympics, actually 78 to 88, 10 years.
I mean, everybody knows about Greg. Whether you're a diver or not, everybody's heard of him. Everybody knows who he is. And to come here and be a part of that is really cool. Every year we host the Greg Louganis Invitational, and he comes out and is here, and everybody's taking pictures with him, and he's signing autographs, and he's such a big part of the community. It's cool that somebody so inspirational is still dialed into the community where he came from.
Well, I can't even tell you how excited I am to have Greg and Tom come to our last dive event. It's kind of bittersweet. We're going to be losing our tower because there's so much history here. It's been with the city for so long, and as much as we really need a new one, it's going to be sad to see the old one go. So we couldn't have had a better person come and dive off the tower than Greg Louganis, the Greg Louganis, and then recent Rio Olympian Tom Daley. So, I mean, it just means the world to our little tiny team and our little tiny city of Mission Viejo. So we're pretty excited.
It's kind of the end of an era, but I just remember, really all of my teammates that really kept me going, back in the day. I mean, times when I would show up to the pool thinking, oh my God, it's raining, drizzly or whatever, it's cold, we don't want to get wet, and then I'd look across the pool and see one of my teammates just drilling everything and go, oh my God, I got to get off my butt because that's my competition.
The tower is going to be completely redone. And right now, if you take a look at the stairs on that tower, they go straight up. And I have 6, 7, 8-year-old kids that go up those stairs. They go up 5 meters. But every time they go up, I have to stand behind them just to make sure they don't slip down. So they're going to recreate, this facility that's going to have indoor stairs, heating for the kids when it's cold. It's just going to be an amazing tower facility, which will just make our ability to train the kids easier because the safety will be better. 1975, they built huge ladders. Now it's going to be a place where the kids can go up without us concerning that they're going to, slip.
Joining former Olympian Greg Louganis at the last dive celebration was current Olympian England's Tom Daley.
I mean, it's such an honor to be here at Mission Viejo with Greg Louganis. I mean, Greg's like one of my all-time heroes, and to be able to dive with him in a synchronized dive in his pool where he learned so many of his dives and be able to, be one of the last people to ever dive on this tower. I mean, such an iconic pool, and I'm really excited to see what the renovation does to it because I think we can bring a lot of international competitions to this area.
It's great to be able to, to also share this moment with Tom Daley. Came from, from London and, just after the Olympic Games. And, I've seen him grow up. I've seen so many of our athletes grow up and through the years and just marvel at what they're doing now. It really is time for renovation here because now with synchronized diving, the platform has to be broader for it to accommodate both divers, and we never had that in our day. So we've got these narrow platforms. So this is going to be a great opportunity for actually the community of Mission Viejo.
The new state-of-the-art tower will be 46 feet tall with 12-foot wide platforms, so the Nadadores will be able to host international events.
It's going to be amazing. I know we're going to have top facilities. We'll be able to run synchro events out of here. Platforms will be wide enough. We'll have nicer springboards, nicer dryland facility. Everything's going to be great.
Our tower now is not legal for synchro diving. You have to have the platforms be a certain width, and there's some requirements that are required now. So we will be one of the only West Coast facilities that can host international level diving synchro, which will be great for our city and for Orange County. So that's our hope, to bring some big events here, international. Who knows, maybe Olympics.
Once the new tower and facility are completed, the Natadors will get back to their winning ways, to a place that has produced 8 Olympians and won 48 national championships.
Across the country, everybody knows about the Natadores. I'd heard about them through college, and my college coach, he used to dive here and coach here as well, and there's just so much history with all the past divers, and it was cool to come out here and be a part of that, and now experiencing it. And thankfully, they're going to be taking this down and giving us brand new everything. It's much needed, and it's going to be one of the top facilities, and I think that we can bring a lot of divers in from all over California just with the new facility.
The new tower it is amazing, and it's been the culmination of the entire community, the city council, the city government people, Dennis, Keith, Mark. It's just a collective effort of all the city folks, our team, Mission Viejo Foundation, the swim people. It's just a giant family of people. We had to come together to do some fundraising because the tower is a very expensive piece of equipment. It's like $2 million just for the tower itself, not even installation and everything else. And we were not going to get a new tower, to be honest. And our team was heartbroken about it. So we told as many people as we could. We have a master's diver, Sarah Gilliland. She found out what was happening, came to the city council meeting, went to her parents who have a charitable foundation, and said, "Mom and Dad, help." And Mom and Dad kicked down a $500,000 donation to our Save the Tower campaign, and the rest is history. So it's going to be a beautiful tower. It's going to have their name on it and Mission Viejo, and come back in a year and a half, maybe a year.
Then the moment came for those final dives by Olympians Greg Louganis and Tom Daley before a new chapter begins at the Marguerite Aquatics complex in Mission Viejo.
We had lots of fun. We did have a lot of fun.